to Brassic Classics, and today it's time to finally do a video on my 1975 Series 3 Land Rover. First things first, I need to turn it round because the engine needs to come out. Fun times. It's only me here today, so I obviously can't push this. So what I'm going to do is use the Volkswagen T25 to try and pull it out and then somehow turn it around and push it back. So let's do that. Okay, so now it's time to move the van and move this Land Rover. Wish me luck. Oh, and you're staying on the roof, by the way. So there you go. You can move a Series 3 Land Rover with a 30-year-old Volkswagen T25 van. I mean, you can. I'm not saying you should, because I'm not going to lie, it's quite hard work. Anyway, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to talk you through the Land Rover. Right, so here it is, my Land Rover Series 3, in the right position now to remove the engine. So basically what happened with this Land Rover is I bought it, it was running, I got it from my uncle. It's only about the second owner. It's got about 26,000 miles on the clock. And yeah, so I bought this from my uncle, as I say. It was running, driving, MOT'd. I drove it for a few years until basically last summer, when I started to get quite a bad oil leak from the gearbox, which was due to the rear main oil seal failing, which is behind the flywheel. As you can see, this is the back of the engine. Obviously the gearbox is off, the flywheel is sat there. So yeah, this is obviously behind the flywheel. That's the main cap, and behind that is the crankshaft. So I basically had quite a bad leak coming out of the weep hole of the flywheel housing, and yeah, it basically got to the point where I couldn't really drive it anymore because I was losing quite a lot of oil, and you know, got to think about motorcyclists as well because it was just getting a bit dangerous. Also, the exhaust pipe had more leaks in it than I could count, so yeah, I'd get to traffic lights and slowly get gassed. So everything sort of combined, and I thought, right, it's time to take this off the road. So I took it off the road at the end of last summer, and it sat all winter in the barn, and then spring arrived, and it was time to crack on with the Land Rover. So what I've done so far is I removed all the interior, the seat box. I then took the gearbox out. And then the flywheel off, the flywheel housing. I did this because I figured, you know, I should be able to get to the end of the crank from the gearbox end. yeah, that's not how you do it. I've now discovered. See, I couldn't find much online really about how to do this rear main oil seal. So obviously Haynes manual. That's the answer. Right. So you take your Haynes manual. Quite quickly you see there's your rear main oil seal. It's in one piece, but it's got a gap there. I don't know if these are rope seals or what they are, but anyway, certainly not this. So the value of a Haynes manual, it shows you everything. There's your rear main oil seal going onto the crankshaft. It's all there. Genius. So yeah, don't underestimate the value for these. Okay, so there you have it. That's the plan. So the next step, as I say, is to take the engine out and remove the crankshaft, put the new rear main oil seal on. Hopefully we'll have no more leaks. While I'm doing that, I'm going to do engine mounts. I'm taking the engine out, so I might as well. I'm going to do gearbox mounts. I'm also going to put a new clutch on because, again, while I've got it out, I'd be silly not to. So yeah, clutch, engine mounts, gearbox mounts, new exhaust because I cut it off, and then earlier when I was dragging it, the rest of it ripped off, so that saved me some time. What else are we going to do? Let's have a think. I'm going to put bigger tyres on it, bigger wheels and tyres, because I've got them over there. Got given them by Land Rover enthusiasts for no money. So that's going to look good. What else am I going to do? Floors. I had, I'll cut to a video actually of me driving when I took the floors out about a year and a half ago. Okay, right. If you're driving a Land Rover and you forget you've got no floor, try not to drive through puddles because water will come in. Yeah. Anyway, it'll be fun. Bye-bye. That's the other thing with Land Rovers. Certainly with me, I was driving. I couldn't get it into a gear. I had tools with me. Took the gearbox surround off. Discovered that it had slipped out of the mechanism on the gear stick. So I removed, the surrounding so I could get to it to fix it to get home. I fixed it, no worries. I got home and didn't bother putting the floor back because it's a Land Rover, who needs a floor? As far as I was concerned, it was summer and that was just more ventilation, so good. Anyway, I kind of feel if I'm doing a bit of a rebuild, I should probably put the floor back. So I'm going to put new floors in. I'm also going to sort out basically the gear stick where it bolts into the gearbox. I need to re-tap the threads because they're just not holding. That was the problem. The gear stick was lifting and the actual selector wasn't where it should be, so it wasn't actually able to select gears half the time. So yeah, what originally was going to be, sort an oil leak out, has turned into sort of quite a large rebuild, really. I'm also going to clean up the chassis bits that I can see while it's like this, and just give them a coat of undercoat and primer, and rust protector and anything else I can slap on there to stop it from deteriorating any further. I did think about putting a galvanised chassis on it, but maybe in 10 years or something. Not yet. I'm just too lazy at the moment. I've got too many projects. If it was my only project, fine, I'd put a galvanised chassis on it. So yeah, that is the plan with the Land Rover. But as with all my projects, I'm sure as it moves forward, I'll end up doing more than I have just stated, because that's how it works. I am planning on, I've got the normal standard roof. It's not a safari roof, it's just a standard one with the windows. But I've also got the hood struts for the back, for the canvas top. So I'm thinking canvas top with the fold down rear door, because it's cool. So yeah, next up I'm going to give you a look at the engine and see what you think of that. So here we have the engine bay. As you can see, all pretty standard Land Rover, complete with, you know, oil everywhere really. One thing I have done last summer before the rear oil seal went was I did the rocker cover gasket, so that's all good now. What else did I do? Various oil changes. I've got a uprated alternator, 60 amp, so that's nice, that works well. Apart from that, it's all pretty standard. There's not much to really write home about in here. I've even got original stuff. We like original stuff. Yeah, so there you have it. One Land Rover Series 3. Okay, so there you have it. The Land Rover Series 3. This is the first video of this series. So now we are up to, we've got the Fiat 500 series going on, the Volkswagen T25, and now the Land Rover Series 3. Yeah, if you like the video, feel free to like, share and subscribe. And if there are any certain jobs you want me to see me do with the Land Rover, then comment and I'll do them. Yeah, it should be fun. It's going to be quite a big... I think I should have it running and driving maybe in about 6 weeks. I'd like it done in 6 weeks. Whether I'll have flaws, I'm not saying the details will be sorted out, but if it's running, driving and safe to use, that would be good. Yeah, I mean really ideally I'd like it done mid-August really. I want to be able to use it for the summer. I'd like to be able to drive to the beach and have a picnic in it. That would be really nice. Anyway, as I say, if you enjoyed the video, like, share and subscribe. And the next video I'll be undoing all the ancillaries off the engine and yeah, hopefully getting the engine out. Fun times. Anyway, see you soon. Bye bye.